All right, guys, everybody's on. We've got quite a few people here. This is Duncan Scarry with More and Scarry Advertising. Several times a year, we host educational events for our friends and our clients. And last year, in December, we did a seminar with Grant, and it was it was the most popular event, and people have asked us to do it again. And Grant was kind enough to make some time for us and get on the phone for an hour here and talk about solutions for 2010. This year we've also opened up the event to some of Grant's friends and clients, so there's quite a few people on here. With that being said, the phones have all been muted. There is a question box to the right that you guys can type questions into, and Grant, if there's enough time or he's on topic, you can answer them. So. We've certainly had a challenging couple of years in the auto industry, and last year Grant talked about those challenges being opportunities for the people who were willing and capable of taking advantage of them. And this year Grant's going to talk about some actual solutions you can put in place. And that's one of the reasons we have Grant talk, is that rather than philosophically tell you how to be successful, he actually gives you solutions and answers and things you can take to have a fantastic 2010. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Grant and let Grant get going with his presentation on how we can have a fantastic 2010. Grant?
Hey, Duncan, thank you very much. And congratulations to everybody that took the time this morning to log on here. And obviously, you have an interest in making your business work and taking advantage of what is out there. Obviously, the market is significantly different than it was a year and a half ago. I've heard people tell me in the last 2 weeks everything from, hey, it's coming back, I can feel it coming back, to we're not feeling it yet, to we don't know when it's going to come. Monday and Tuesday will be soft, and then all of a sudden Wednesday something pops. So this next few minutes is about what you can do, what I need to do in my own business. Regardless of what you're selling, you're facing the challenges of an economy that is different than it was 2 years ago. I think everybody would agree with that. The banks are different, the economy is different, your customers are different, which means your people are going to be affected differently. So this is solutions for 2010. This is what I believe will happen. The market will stay soft due to continued bad news. Your traffic, phone traffic, internet traffic, and walk-in traffic will continue to be unpredictable. This will cause a new set of problems for management that we'll talk about here. Your consumer will continue to be very conservative. He's getting, the pundits, the so-called professionals, these guys on the media, they seem to know everything after the fact and nothing before it. They will continue to create fear and havoc in the marketplace. They spend 23 hours a day with bad news predictions and doom and gloom, and that's going to affect your business, and your job is going to be to counter that news. Your people are being trained on a daily basis, literally 800 TV channels plus radio and internet bombarding your people with negativity constantly. What can't be done? Everybody should save money. You should never spend another dime. The banks aren't lending. The world's coming to an end. Why buy a car? Why buy a gym membership? Why buy furniture? Defaults, foreclosures, bank failures, business failures, bankruptcies on the rise. And then you're going to run a 1-minute ad on TV saying you got a great car at $169 a month. So it's a little hard for me to believe that message is going to get through all the negativity. So we have to figure out, okay, how do I keep my people positive? How do I make my people, my salespeople and my managers better closers? And I would ask you, if your business is off 30%, are any of your people better at closing a deal? 30% better at closing a deal. If not, you're going to see lower closing ratios, wrong direction, lower grosses, incorrect direction if you're going to have less volume. So we got to figure that out. And what's happening today with the market is businesses now, and I talked to many of you, businesses are now realizing there's only one way out of this deal, And it won't be the government's going to somehow wave its magic wand and fix the banks and the economy and jobs. The only way out now is to sell your way out. And selling your way out today is different than selling your way out 2 years ago. You see, you understand that 2 years ago, it was very difficult to get market share 2 years ago because the reality is everybody got their share of the market 2 years ago. You could be crippled, blind, dumb, completely stupid, not even want the business, ask people not to buy from you, and 2 years ago they still would. Today, any of those things, any piece or part or semblance of those type of mistakes will cost you business. So this is what has to happen now. You have to, your people, yourself, management, have to increase opportunities. The number of people you're going to talk to, whether it's on the phone, the showroom floor, out in public, at the country club, you have to increase the number of opportunities. Number two, you have to increase your closing ratios. These are musts for 2010. These are things we'd like to do. These are things you have to be able to do. Number three, you have to increase gross profit. You cannot give cars away in this environment and think that you're going to survive. If you're going to be off 10% and you're going to give cars away, you're going to be back. You're going to be back further than the 10% that the market's off. You have to keep your people ready. This will probably be the greatest challenge this year, keeping your people ready. Because traffic and opportunities will be sporadic, you can't really plan a Saturday now. Oh, everything's going to happen Saturday and Sunday. That's when we're going to get our guys ready. We're going to do a meeting Saturday morning. We're going to get them all jacked up. In this environment, things tend to be very sporadic. They tend to be gummy, soft. Nothing happens Monday. Nothing happens Tuesday. Nothing happens Wednesday. And boom, Thursday, while it's raining for some reason, all of a sudden all these opportunities happen and your people aren't ready. They're stuck in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll talk about that, how to keep your people ready. And this year, more than any other time, training will not just be the issue now. It's going to be how do I give my people solutions. Giving them a CRM is one thing. Giving them solutions of how a CRM is to be used to solve problems is a completely different thing. The internet, having internet training is one thing. Using the internet to solve problems is another thing. Training salespeople in a seminar or on closes or the greeting or product, that is one issue. Solving problems with training is a completely different issue, and that's what you need to be focused on this year. Every meeting, sales meeting, should be about how do we solve problems in this environment. Because basically when an economy becomes problematic, the problem itself is not the economy. The problem is the people's ability or inability to solve problems. Most of your transactions today have problems attached to them. Not enough money down. They owe more than the car's worth. The payments are too high. These are problems. Solve problems, and you close deals. A great desk manager solves problems. A great finance manager solves problems. A great salesperson will solve problems. A great business owner in this environment will solve problems, and solving problems equals sales, which equals money. So this year, more than any other year, you're really going to have to focus on, hey, how do I provide my people with real solutions for this environment?